Hi everyone. So the running record I'd like to share with you is an example that I found on a website called Reading A through Z. And I really like this example because of how specific and detailed it is. As I was doing my research, I noticed two different types of running records, and one was where the teachers took notes on where the students had made errors. The example I chose lists the entire passage, and I like this because it doesn't just focus on the students' errors, it also shows you their strengths, the words that they do know, and then diving deeper into their errors, it'll focus on whether they're making a mistake because of the meaning of the word, the structure of the sentence, or visually what they're seeing that's causing them to mix up their words. So when I think about implementing a running record in my future classroom, I think that I will do stations. So the students will all be working on the same story, and they'll be at different stations related to each story, and one of those stations will be working with me on their running record. I don't think that I'll be able to do the entire classroom in one session, so throughout the week, I would like to meet with each individual child. I also think running record can be implemented during guided reading or individual reading. So when students are working on their own or working in groups, they can also be meeting with me individually during our session of reading. For my class specifically, I aim to work with first graders. So during that emergent reading phase, I think it's important to meet with students every 2 to 3 weeks until I know that they are ready to move up to a higher level of reading, or if they need to stay at the level that they're at until they get better, or even bring them down to a lower level of reading and offer them more attention in their struggling areas. So with my running records, I'm hoping to get to know my students better as individuals. I want to know their strengths, their weaknesses, where they need me to focus more in helping them. And I'm hoping that this also gives me one-on-one time with my students so that they can build that level of trust with me and know that I'm here to help them, to be an asset to them, someone that they can trust and feel comfortable with as they're working through their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to reading. I think a running record will help me better understand my student as a reader, because especially at the emergent reading level, when we're meeting so frequently, I'll get to know where they make their mistakes. I can come up with pointers for them and for their parents to let them know, okay, this is where they're struggling the most, this is where we need to practice more, this is where they are excelling. And I think a running record will help me understand more of what a child needs in order to become a stronger reader. Overall, I think a running record is very beneficial for the teacher and for the student. It's one-on-one time where they're able to get to know each other, but it's also one-on-one time for the student to get to know themselves, to get to know their own reading habits,